Hi everybody, this is Rick. Thanks for tuning in to the Pay It Forward YouTube channel. Here, where we use our time, talent, and resources to try to make a positive difference in somebody's life. So today, we are going to be talking about meditation. So we're going to talk about the best way to meditate. For those of you who are new to meditation, you might be asking what it is, why it's important, and how to actually do it. So in today's video, we're going to talk about that. Before we talk about what meditation is, let's talk about what it's not. Meditation's not this practice reserved for a select few of highly enlightened people, nor is it a practice that requires you to be in isolation and sit in awkward poses for hours. And it's not a practice that requires you to completely empty your mind and your thoughts and your emotions. But what it is a practice that helps you to get focused and concentrate on the present moment. It's also a practice that helps you to observe your thoughts and not have to attach yourself to them. And also, best of all, meditation is a practice that's for anybody and it can be done anywhere. So let's talk about the best practices for meditation. The title is a little bit misleading because there is no best way to meditate. However, I do want to share some best practices that have helped me in my meditation journey, and I hope that might help you. So let's get started. There are a lot of different types of meditation practices that you could participate in. However, there seems to be one common denominator in all of them, and that is focusing on our breath. When you meditate, it's highly encouraged that you concentrate on your breathing. Concentrate as you breathe in through your nose, let the air fill up your lungs, and concentrate as it goes out. There's one thing that a lot of people miss when concentrating on their breath, and it's very subtle, and it's the slight pause between the inhale and the exhale. So when you're doing it, notice that slight pause, because it's in that pause that true stillness is available. So why is it so important for us to focus on our breathing? Well, our breath is the most present thing that we have. It gives life to our body. And by focusing on our breath, it really does help us to focus on the moment, the present moment. And it really will help you to heighten your awareness and to tune in your focus. When I first started meditating, it was a little challenging for me to remain focused on my breathing. My mind would wander and it would just be hard to concentrate on my breaths going in and out until I tried a visualization practice, and it really did help. And it might help you if you're having this problem. So what I would challenge you to do is, as you close your eyes, visualize that you're standing at the shore of a beach. And as you breathe in, visualize the water from the ocean coming from the shore past you, as the water rushes past your legs, past your feet, through your toes. That's the inhale. There's that pause. And then as you exhale, envision the wave crashing and the water returning to the shore. And I do that, and it helps me to stay focused. So that might help you as well. So give that a try. It's okay if your breath is long or short, deep or shallow. Just release control and let your body breathe at the normal rate that it desires. Your body knows what to do. There's no wrong way to breathe during meditation. So that brings us to the next principle, the E. So I encourage you to bring an easygoing attitude to your meditation practice and let go of any expectations that it has to be a certain way. You may have heard of others who have been meditating and say that it has had a profound impact on their life in many ways. So you may be tempted to enter your meditation practice with certain expectations and hopes for similar outcomes. However, I challenge you not to do that. I challenge you to enter your meditation practice with no expectations. Because when we do that, we're generally putting ourselves in a situation where we're grasping for something that we don't have. And the whole point of meditation is to be in the present moment, to be completely content with where you are at that moment. And by putting expectations or judging your meditation practice by thinking that you're not doing it the right way, it's not long enough, you're not still enough, or whatever that judgment might be, it's causing us to really miss the point of the whole practice, which is to be still and be okay with what's going on. There's a term that I had never heard of until I started meditating, and that's the word equanimity. And it's a wonderful word. And in a nutshell, what it means to me is being aware of your surroundings, your environment, whether that's external stimuli or internal stimuli, being aware of it, but not having to engage it. And it's a wonderful practice to incorporate into your meditation, because we're always faced with either thoughts or sounds or different types of things that want to distract us from our practice. And there's no way to remove all distractions during your meditation. However, if you can come to the point where you notice those distractions, but you don't attach yourself to them, that's a good place to be. So again, enter your meditation practice with an easygoing attitude, release expectations, and think about that word, equanimity. It'll really help with the quality of your meditation. The next thing that I want to talk about in best practices for meditation is the S, and that is creating space between you and your thoughts and your emotions. It's inevitable that your mind is going to do what it does best during your meditation practice, and that is to think. And when you're meditating, it's a goal to try to quiet those thoughts, not get rid of them, but to observe them. And like I just said a second ago with the word equanimity, is to observe them, but not feel the need to attach yourself to them. And one thing that meditation has done in my life, it has really allowed me to create some space between when the thought pops up or an emotion pops up and what I do with that. A lot of times when that happens to many of us, we have a thought or an emotion, we immediately attach ourselves to it and take off with it. But meditation has allowed me and many other people to, when that happens, to hit that pause button and create some space between the thought and the emotion and what we do with that. And that's a wonderful thing to have, because during that time, that space, you can choose how you want to respond instead of just having a knee-jerk reaction to a thought or an emotion that pops up. So when a thought pops up in your mind during your meditation practice, one of the things that I encourage you to do is to acknowledge that thought. You might even just give it a label, like thinking, something very general, and just realize that that thought is going to pass. Just let it go. Don't attach yourself to it. It's as if you're laying on the ground, looking up at the sky and seeing clouds pass by. Just visualize in your mind with these thoughts that they're just clouds, and you just recognize it, thinking, and just know that it's going to pass. You don't have to go on the journey that it wants to take you with, at least not right now, not during your practice. So again, the S is creating space, and in that space, it gives you time to press the pause button and not have to immediately react, and then you can choose to respond appropriately at a later time. And finally, we're going to talk about the T in the best practices, and the T stands for time. Meditation isn't about a certain length of time, but it's about frequency and consistency. That's when you're really going to gain the benefits from this practice. Just like in our physical body, you can't expect to go to the gym once, do an hour-long session, and expect to walk out of there with the body that you've always wanted. Our body responds to consistent types of exercise over long periods of time, and our mind does as well. So think of your meditation practice from that perspective. And what I highly encourage you to do is also build it into your daily routine. Make a commitment. It's best if you can try to pick a time during the day that you can stick to. I personally like to do it first thing in the morning before my day gets started. And so when you do that, it builds that consistency. It tells yourself that you've made a commitment and you're honoring that commitment, and it really will pay off. And another thing that I love about meditation is that you can do it anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a special room or a special place. You can meditate anywhere you are. It doesn't matter what the environment is. Of course, it's nice if it's a quiet, environment that doesn't have a lot of distractions. But I challenge you to try to meditate in a place where there are a lot of distractions. Because if you can attach yourself to that peaceful place inside of you, when all kinds of things are going on around you, that's really building that muscle that you can apply to other areas of your life. So I encourage you to take meditation with you everywhere you go. Another thing that I would encourage you to do is to incorporate mini, M-I-N-I, meditative moments into your life. And these can happen at any time during any situation. And I've used it in my life where I've come face to face with a situation that is extremely stressful. And what you can do with that mini meditative moment is just, like I said, hit that pause button, maybe close your eyes if you can, and take 3 deep breaths. By doing that, by breathing in and out 3 times and really focusing on your breath, it has a calming effect on your body. It really will lower your heart rate, it'll slow those racing thoughts, and it'll give you that time to get clarity. I use this practice all the time in my professional life and even in my personal life. So again, it's just another aspect of meditation that makes it so practical for anyone and anywhere. So I hope these tips or practices have been helpful for you. And if they have, incorporate them into your life, and I'd love to hear about it. Come back and leave comments about what your meditation practice, how it looks and how it's affecting your life, and just let us know anything that you would like to share about it. And also, if there's anything in this video that you find that might help somebody else, be sure to hit that share button and share it with them. And if you'd like to get more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. So I just want to say thank you again for giving me the opportunity to share this. And like I say in every video, look for opportunities to make a positive difference in somebody's life. You don't have to look hard because they're all around us. So take the opportunity to pay it forward, because it really does make a difference. So until the next time, have a great day. Bye.